everyone, this is Isaac, and welcome back to Isaac Reviews 2020, the show where most theaters around the world might be closed, but thankfully in Virginia, we get to be pretty lucky and have our theaters open. For now, at least. Before we get any further, I just wanted to say something. What happened to you, DreamWorks? You used to rival the likes of Disney, and now your movies could probably rival the likes of Illumination. I mean, there's a few exceptions to the rule, like, you've made a few good films here and there, but it would take, like, a miracle to change you at this point with all the garbage you've been making recently. Like, sure, Abominable was but that was just okay, and the rest of them were pretty bad. Like, yeah, I know one of your directors died this year, but still, your reputation is basically in the toilet. At least with other animation studios that have had dives in quality recently, I can forgive them on some fronts. Sony had the decency to get better, Blue Sky had the decency to stay quiet, and Illumination had the decency to be easily forgotten. But as for DreamWorks, it'd take a miracle to fix them. And with their latest film, The Croods: A New Age, miracle is definitely far off and probably won't arrive for some time. If you're wondering what my thoughts were on the first Croods, which I rewatched in preparation for this review, it was definitely a sign that the quality of what DreamWorks makes is falling apart. With its predictable story, ugly character designs, despicable characters, and annoying tone, it proved that the fall of DreamWorks had already begun, where even a love letter to the fans of Dave Pilkey's epic novels, a solid finale to a great franchise, and a decent sequel to one of their better IPs was like covering a turd in ice cream sprinkles. And the latest chunk of that turd is the subject of today's review. I might have some minor spoilers here and there, so if you don't want to hear them, watch the movie, but if you don't care, then here we go. Stupid voice cracks. I hate puberty. Now, the plot of this movie is that after the events of the first one, the Crood family finds a place owned by the Betterman family, where the character Guy used to live after the death of his parents, and he also reunites with his childhood friend Dawn, played by the ever-so-controversial Kelly Mary Tran. However, the ever-so-hateable Grug is A, annoyed by the Betterman's improved lifestyle, and B, worried that his daughter Eve would leave the pack. This is what supports the main problem I have with the movies. The characters are jerks, especially Grug, who comes across as stubborn, rude, clingy, whiny, and selfish. As for the other characters, they're mostly annoying, especially Eep, Guy, and the Betterman parents, who spend most of the film arguing and whining, which leads to Eep and Guy doing the most overdone cliche in motion picture history, the third act breakup. But we know that they'd come back together in the end. That's how the cliche works. It wouldn't be called a cliche if we didn't know how it would work. It's another problem I have with this film. It's so predictable. Not only are there cliches from top to bottom, and the unlikable characters don't make the experience any better, but you can tell what they're gonna do within the first, 10 minutes of the film. So, yeah, it's just predictable as hell. If you want to know any positives I have with the movie, well, first and foremost, the animation is actually really good. Not only are there scenes that utilize 2D animation similar to the start of the first Croods, there's a scene at the beginning where it's hand-drawn, and then another scene after the third act breakup where it has to explain to us again that the characters broke up. But the overall polish the characters are given in this new environment feels a lot better than in the first film, since the character designs were rather ugly, the environments were too monotone, and the movements felt like crappy motion capture akin to Marjorie's mom's. However, in this one, the main character designs are not amazing, especially one of these monkeys here that looks like he should be in a Sony movie, but they feel a lot more polished. The environments are beautiful and make the film look rather colorful, and the character animation is not too over the top, but not too dull either, making for a nice balance of color and some good character animation to spare. Okay, now I can do the conclusion, which is good, because I'm just about getting this out on the day I'm supposed to, but the The Croods: A New Age is a bad movie. Like, it's not as bad as the first movie, but like, and its animation is definitely a step up. But aside from that, the writing is cliched all over, and the characters are still annoying, and the message on the importance of family and unity, I mean, it kind of makes sense because of the pandemic, but this movie was hardly affected by that. I mean, sure, it's releasing on VOD the same day as Soul, even though I thought animated movies never release on the same day, but still, it's a bad movie, and as you can see, I already gave it the yeah, don't watch it rating. So, yeah. Let's just say that if you're in an area where movie theaters still aren't open, all I can say is, you're not missing out on much. Alright, time for my rating. Okay. I'm just... perfect. Finally, I got that out of the way. And I don't want to bother having to go through the rest of my stuff, so, as you can see, I have categorized movies by, I'll definitely review Mulan Remake and Soul, and I'll consider reviewing Truffle Hunters, Wonder Woman 84, and Half Brothers. They look interesting, but for the for sure ones, the Mulan Remake looks like crap, and the Soul movie looks really good. Okay, well, that's gonna be all for me today. Thanks for watching Isaac Reviews 2020, or something like that. Yeah, I'm done here. Like the video, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and follow me on my other social media. Links in the description. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. I'm done.